breakfast of the Always Believe House. Oh, today we're going to have FUN, fun, because you're going to learn how to do the distributive property. So a magical whiteboard appears, and what we're going to do today is learn how to multiply a monomial times a polynomial. Remember, a monomial has one term, and a polynomial is usually two or more terms. Most of the time we're going to be multiplying a monomial times a binomial or a trinomial. That doesn't make sense. Let's get into it and figure out what to do. Okay, remember, we're going to be doing the distributive property today. Let me ink here. And just for an example, I'm going to give you a real easy one. So let's put this on the top up here. Just write down 3 parentheses 2x, and let's do minus 4. Keep the numbers real small. Way I like to describe the distributive property, think about being a Bluebell truck driver. You just get in your Bluebell truck and you drive to all the stores and you distribute the ice cream to the stores so the stores can sell them. So let's look at this problem. The Bluebell truck would be 3, and it would drive to the stores which are inside the parentheses. So we're going to distribute the 3 to the 2 and the 4. So I'm going to put a little bitty 3 on top of the 2 and the 4. Now then, what you do next is you multiply, and you do sign, number, letter, exponent. So we're going to do 3 times 2, which is 6. My letter is x. Then I'm going to do 3 times a negative 4. A positive times a negative is a negative. And 3 times 4 is 12. I've just done the distributive property. These two expressions would be equivalent. On your star tests, are going to say which expression is equivalent to this one, and that's what that means. Which ones are the same or equal. So let's go to number 1. So our Bluebell truck on this one is technically a negative 1. But you don't put the 1, okay? It's just that negative sign. So our Bluebell truck is negative 1, and it's going to drive to all of the stores inside the parentheses. The terms inside the parentheses are the stores. The number outside is like your Bluebell truck. So we're going to put negative 1 on top, then we're going to multiply. Remember, a negative times a positive is a negative times a negative is a positive. 1 negative is negative, 2 negatives is positive. So negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. My letter is x. I start all over again. A negative 1 times a positive 5 is a negative, and 1 times 5 is 5. This is the answer. And remember, this and this would be equivalent. F-U-N, fun. Go to number 2. On number 2, this right here would be our Bluebell truck. And then these right here are the stores. Notice we're taking a monomial and we're multiplying it by a trinomial. So there's 3 stores in here. We're going to put 2H on top of all the stores. The next thing I want you to do, which makes this kind of easier, is put a 1 exponent on the H where there's no exponent. Because you have to add the exponents up when you do this, okay? Now then we're going to go through and multiply. So we're going to multiply 3 times. We got 3 math problems. On your calculator, you could punch negative 2 times 3 if you don't know what that is. A negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times 3 is 6. The letter is H. And you add the exponents. 1 plus 2 is 3. So I just wrote down a sign, a number, a letter, and an exponent. I'm going to start all over again. A negative times a negative. 2 negatives makes a positive. Basically, this minus is going to flip these signs. And then 2 times 4 is 8. The letter is H. And 1 plus 1 is 2. And going on to the next one. A negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times 5 is 10. My letter is H. I do not put a 1 exponent if it's a 1. So this right here would be the answer. This and this are equivalent to each other. Those 2 expressions would be equivalent. F-U-N, fun. So in summary, you're going to take this Bluebell truck and you're going to distribute it to all the stores, and you multiply, do sign, number, letter, exponent. Number 3. F-U-N, fun. I'm going to write this problem down. This would be my Bluebell truck, wouldn't it? So I'm going to take my Bluebell truck and I'm going to drive it. There's only 2 stores inside the parentheses. We're going to Bluebell truck 2. Now then, 2 times 9 is 18. My letter is W. My exponent is 2, and I'm done with that term. I'm going to start all over. The first thing I'm going to write down is a sign. A positive times a negative is a negative, and 2 times 4 is 8. This term and this term would be equivalent, okay? They are equal to the same thing. Ho, 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 ho. Going on to number 4, the fun continues. Remember, area is length times width. So I'm going to take 4s, and I'm going to write a cursive S, because it looks like a 5, plus 5, and I'm going to multiply that by the width of 3s, okay? So this is my Bluebell truck, and I'm going to Bluebell truck it, and I'm going to multiply by 3s, aren't I? Now then, I got 2 stores. I'm going to do 2 math problems. I'm going to multiply twice. 3 times 4 is 12. My letter is S, and remember, the exponents are 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. And then 3 times 5 is a plus 15. My letter is S. I do not write down the exponent of 1. This is the area of that rectangle. F-U-N, fun, fun, fun. This is not hard to do. And the last one, in the notes, we got to get the area of a square. Please draw a picture. So we have a square, draw a square. And then each edge is 7c. I want the area, so I'm going to multiply the length times the width, aren't I? So I'm going to do 7c times 7c, and that's just 49c. And remember, you add the exponents and get 2. If you could do this, you could do the daily assignment. I'm going to do some of them with you at the beginning. So this is your homework, and I'm just going to Bluebell truck a couple of these. So on the first one, remember, this is a -1. You're going to Bluebell truck -1. You're going to multiply twice. On the next one, you're going to Bluebell truck the 5x, and you got 3 stores, don't you? It helps if you put a 1 exponent here. Okay? And then number 6, -6x, -6x, -6x. This is your Bluebell truck. Remember, put a 1 exponent, so you add them up. This one right here, just type in 1/2, okay? So 1/2 x squared, 1/2 x squared. On this one, you're going to do 1/2 times 4 and 1/2 times -12. Punch that into the calculator, okay? This one right here, draw the square, 12x and 12x, and you're just going to multiply them, right? 12x times 12x, you can do that. Then on the last one, it's going to be 2x times 12x minus 4. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out so you can see those. So all you got to do is multiply those out, and you're going to finish, and it is Friday, and you're ready for the weekend. Ho, 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 ho. F-U-N, fun, fun, fun. Thank you for being great students today. All you're doing, remember, is you're just Bluebell trucking that number, and then you're going to do sign, number, letter, exponents. You add up the exponents when you multiply. Remember, you are amazing, you are created to do wonderful things, and you are awesome.